Before the world asks anything from you, your mind has already chosen who you will be today. Most people do not realize this. They believe the day defeats them. In truth, they surrender before the battle even begins. They wake up and immediately allow noise, urgency, and distraction to enter their mind. By the time they stand up, their focus is already broken, their energy is already scattered, and then they wonder why the day feels heavy. If you want to build an unbreakable mind, you must understand this first truth. The morning is not a routine, it is a decision. Lean. When you wake up, your mind is open and unguarded. It has not yet put on its armor. Whatever enters during this time shapes the way you think, react, and move for the rest of the day. If the first thing you reach for is your phone, you are training your mind to obey external commands. Messages, news, opinions, and problems that do not belong to you become the first voice your mind listens to. You begin the day reacting instead of leading. This is why so many people feel busy but not in control. They are moving, but they are not directing their movement. Winning the morning means you choose before the world chooses for you. It means you create space before you consume noise. Even a few minutes of stillness is enough to change the direction of the day. When you sit quietly, when you breathe slowly, when you allow the mind to settle, you are telling yourself, I am here, I am present, I am in control. This is not spiritual decoration, this is mental training. A mind that can be still in the morning can remain steady under pressure later. Discipline begins here, not in grand actions, but in small deliberate choices. Making your bed is not about cleanliness. It is about order. Drinking water is not about health alone. It is about care. Standing upright, breathing deeply, and moving your body gently is not exercise. It is awakening awareness. These simple acts send a powerful signal to the mind. I do not wait for motivation. I act with intention. Over time, the mind learns to follow structure instead of emotion. The morning is also the time to remind yourself who you are becoming. Throughout the day, the world will try to define you. It will rush you, pressure you, and test your patience. If you have not anchored your identity in the morning, you will absorb whatever energy surrounds you. But when you begin the day with clarity, you carry that clarity into every interaction. You speak more calmly. You listen more deeply. You react less. This is not because life becomes easier, but because your mind becomes stronger. Many people believe they need long routines and perfect systems. This is not true. What you need is consistency, not complexity. 20 focus minutes every morning will change your life more than 2 hours done once a week. The mind does not grow through intensity, it grows through repetition. When you show up every morning, even on days you feel tired or unmotivated, you build trust with yourself. And self-trust is the foundation of mental strength. The morning should also include a small challenge. Growth does not begin in comfort. Cold water on the face, a short walk in silence, a few minutes of controlled breathing when the body resists. These moments teach the mind an important lesson. Discomfort does not control me. When you face small resistance early in the day, larger challenges later feel manageable. You have already proven to yourself that you can act without negotiation. Most importantly, winning the morning means you stop chasing the day. You stop rushing to catch up. Instead, the day follows the direction you have already set. Your thoughts are clearer, your actions are more deliberate. Your energy is not wasted on distraction. You move with purpose, not urgency. This is how an unbreakable mind is built, not through force, but through quiet authority. If you remember only one rule, remember this: do not give your best attention to the world before you give it to yourself. Guard your morning fiercely, protect it from noise, protect it from distraction. Because when you win the morning, you do not just win the day. You train the mind that will shape your entire life. And once you have claimed the morning, once you have chosen awareness over reaction, the next lesson reveals itself naturally. Discipline is not something you force onto your life. It is something that grows out of self-respect. Many people misunderstand discipline because they only see it from the outside. They see rules, restrictions, and effort. They believe discipline is harsh, rigid, and joyless. But true discipline is not about control from the outside. It is about care from the inside. Self-respect is not a feeling, it is a standard. It is the quiet decision that your life has value, and therefore your actions must reflect that value. When you respect yourself, you do not treat your time casually. You do not waste your energy on habits that weaken you. You do not repeatedly break promises to yourself and then wonder why your confidence feels fragile. Discipline is simply the behavior of someone who takes their own life seriously. Every morning gives you a chance to practice this respect, not in dramatic ways, but in simple, honest actions. Waking up when you said you would, getting out of bed without negotiation, choosing movement over comfort, choosing focus over distraction. These moments may seem small, but the mind is always watching. Each time you act with discipline, you send a message inward, I can rely on myself. And every time you ignore your own standards, you send the opposite message. Over time, these messages become your identity. Most people wait for motivation to act. They wait to feel ready, inspired, or confident. But motivation is unstable. It rises and falls with mood, sleep, and circumstance. Discipline, on the other hand, does not depend on how you feel. It depends on who you decide to be. When discipline becomes part of your morning, you stop asking, do I feel like doing this? And start asking, is this aligned with the person I am building? That shift alone strengthens the mind. Discipline also creates inner stability. A mind without discipline is constantly negotiating with itself. Should I work or rest? Should I focus or scroll? Should I act or delay? These endless decisions drain mental energy. Discipline removes this friction. When your standards are clear, your actions become simple. You do not waste energy arguing with yourself. You conserve it for what truly matters. This is why disciplined people appear calm under pressure. Their strength does not come from confidence or talent. It comes from consistency. They have practiced showing up when it is inconvenient. They have trained their mind to move forward even when comfort calls them back. So when life becomes difficult, they do not collapse. Difficulty feels familiar. They have met it every morning. Boundless. There is also a deeper freedom hidden inside discipline. Many people believe freedom means doing whatever you want, whenever you want. But this kind of freedom quickly turns into slavery to impulse. The mind becomes restless, distracted, and easily controlled. True freedom is the ability to choose what is right over what is easy. Discipline gives you that freedom. It frees you from regret. It frees you from dependence on mood. It frees you from the constant need for external validation. Morning discipline is especially powerful because it sets the tone for the entire day. When you begin the day by keeping your word to yourself, you carry that integrity forward. Your focus sharpens. Your posture changes. Your presence becomes grounded. You move through the day with quiet confidence, not because you feel superior, but because you know you are aligned with your values. Discipline does not demand perfection. You will fail, you will miss days, you will feel resistance. What matters is not the absence of failure, but the refusal to abandon yourself because of it. Returning to discipline after a mistake is the highest form of self-respect. It says, I am not defined by one moment. I am defined by my commitment to return. Over time, discipline becomes less about effort and more about identity. You no longer force yourself to act. You act because this is who you are, a person who respects their mind, a person who honors their time, a person who understands that a strong life is built quietly, one disciplined morning at a time. And as discipline becomes part of who you are, you begin to notice something deeper. Your actions are guided by your thoughts long before they appear in your behavior. The mind speaks first, and the body follows. This is why understanding your thoughts is essential if you want to build your mind every morning. Your thoughts are not harmless background noise. They are instructions. The mind listens to them carefully and shapes your reality around them. Blangens every morning. Before you speak to anyone else, you speak to yourself. Most people do this unconsciously. They repeat the same phrases, the same doubts, the same limitations. I am tired. This will be difficult. Be difficult. I am not ready. These thoughts may seem small, but repetition gives them power. When the mind hears the same message again and again, it accepts it as truth. Once a thought becomes a belief, it begins to influence how you stand, how you breathe, how you respond to challenges. This is why the morning is such a critical time. The mind is calm, open, and impressionable. Whatever you feed it first becomes the lens through which the day is experienced. If you allow negative or careless thoughts to dominate early, your focus weakens before the day has even begun. But if you deliberately choose your inner dialogue, you train the mind to work for you instead of against you. MBLES, thought control, does not mean pretending everything is easy or perfect. It means choosing thoughts that are useful. When a challenge appears, an undisciplined mind asks, why is this happening to me? A trained mind asks, what is required of me now? This single shift changes your emotional response. Instead of frustration, there is clarity. Instead of fear, there is direction. The situation may be the same, but your experience of it is completely different. Awareness is the first step. You cannot change thoughts you do not notice. Many thoughts are automatic, learned over years of fear, comparison, and external influence. But the moment you observe a thought, you create space between you and it. In that space, you gain choice. You do not argue with the thought. You do not suppress it. You simply replace it with one that strengthens you. The mind follows repetition, not logic. What you repeat consistently becomes your mental environment. Your thoughts also shape your identity. If you repeatedly tell yourself that you lack discipline, confidence, or strength, your actions will quietly align with that story. But if you begin each morning by reminding yourself that you are training, learning, and becoming stronger, your behavior will slowly follow. The mind wants to stay consistent with the story it believes. Choose that story carefully. Diane. Over time, disciplined thinking creates emotional stability. You stop being controlled by every passing feeling. You respond instead of react. Pressure no longer overwhelms you because your inner dialogue remains steady. This is not because life becomes easier, but because your mind becomes clearer. Johns, remember this truth as you begin each morning. You speak to yourself more than anyone else ever will. Make those words intentional. Speak calm, speak focus, speak strength. Because the thoughts you choose daily do not just describe your life, they shape it. And when your thoughts become steady and intentional, you begin to understand another truth that many people resist. Growth is uncomfortable by nature. If you are serious about building your mind every morning, you must make peace with discomfort. Most people interpret discomfort as a warning sign. Something to avoid, something that means they are doing something wrong. But in reality, discomfort is often a signal that you are doing something right. Nothing expands without resistance. The body grows stronger by being pushed beyond what feels easy. The mind grows the same way. Each morning, when you choose discipline over comfort, you will feel resistance. The bed feels warmer. The silence feels unfamiliar. The effort feels unnecessary. This resistance is not your enemy. It is the training ground. Every time you move forward despite it, you strengthen your mental resilience. Discomfort forces awareness. When something feels difficult, you become present. You stop moving on autopilot. This presence sharpens the mind. It teaches you to observe sensations, emotions, and impulses without being controlled by them. Over time, you realize that discomfort is temporary. It rises, peaks, and fades. But the strength you gain from facing it remains. This understanding removes fear. You no longer panic when things feel hard. You recognize the feeling and continue forward calmly. There are two kinds of discomfort in life. One comes from growth and the other comes from avoidance. The discomfort of growth is sharp but clean. It asks something of you, and in return it gives clarity, confidence, and self-respect. The discomfort of avoidance is dull and heavy. It lingers in the background as regret, frustration, and self-doubt. Each morning, you choose which discomfort you are willing to carry. Small acts of intentional discomfort in the morning prepare you for larger challenges in life. Cold water on the face, controlled breathing when the body wants ease, focused effort when the mind wants distraction. These moments teach you that you are not fragile. You are capable. You can remain calm even when things feel uncomfortable. This lesson changes how you approach everything else. And discomfort also strips away illusion. It reveals who you are when excuses disappear. In those moments, you meet your true self, not the version shaped by comfort, but the version shaped by effort. This meeting builds honesty and humility. You stop pretending. You start growing. Do not seek discomfort recklessly, but do not run from it either. Accept it with awareness. Learn from it. Use it, because each morning that you choose discomfort with purpose, you are not punishing yourself. You are strengthening the mind that will carry you through every challenge ahead. And as you continue walking this path, you discover that real power is not built in moments of intensity or consistency. Many people wait for the perfect morning, the perfect mood, or the perfect burst of motivation to change their lives. But strength does not come from what you do once. It comes from what you repeat. Consistency is quiet, patient, and often invisible, yet it shapes the strongest minds. Each morning you show up. Even when your effort feels small, you reinforce a powerful identity. You become someone who can be relied upon. The mind stops questioning and starts cooperating. You no longer depend on willpower because your actions are guided by habits. This removes friction. What once felt difficult becomes natural. What once required effort becomes part of who you are. Consistency also protects you from discouragement. Progress is rarely dramatic. It unfolds slowly beneath the surface. When you commit to daily practice, you stop measuring success by immediate results and start trusting the process. This trust creates calm. You no longer rush. You no longer compare. You simply continue. And over time, the results become undeniable. There will be days when you miss a step, lose focus, or feel off balance. Consistency does not mean never falling. It means returning without self-judgment. Each return strengthens your discipline more than perfection ever could. The mind learns that setbacks are temporary, but commitment is permanent. And being a few focus minutes every morning, repeated daily, will build more power than occasional extremes. This is how an unbreakable mind is formed, not through force, but through faith in repetition. Stay patient with yourself. Stay honest. Stay consistent. May your mornings be calm, your mind be disciplined, and your path be steady. May you continue to grow quietly with strength and clarity. I wish you focus, resilience, and peace as you walk forward, one consistent morning at a time.